Try as they may, the IU women's volleyball team couldn't improve their conference record over the weekend as they dropped both of their matches. In a challenging game against the Iowa Hawkeyes, the Hoosiers couldn't keep their heads up and ended the night with 25 kills and 26 errors. And again on Saturday against a ranked Cornhusker team, Nebraska lived up to their title, beating the Hoosiers as IU lost in straight sets. The team is now 12-14 on the season. It's everyone's favorite day of the week, Saturday, which means tailgating and Indiana football. The team returns home to face off against another top 25 team, this time against the 9th-ranked Wisconsin Badgers. While Tom Allen is looking for his second conference win this season, the Hoosiers are just 3 games away from being bowl eligible. Kickoff is set for noon and will be aired on ABC. In field hockey news, the Hoosiers took on the number 3 ranked Michigan Wolverines in Bloomington Friday night. The Wolverines dominated the game from start to finish. Meg Douthwaite broke the tie in the first period when she scored her 14th goal of the season off a deflection from the top center of the circle. Then, in the second period, Michigan's Hallie O'Neill scored the second goal of the game off an assist from Kayla Reed. Indiana would fail to get any shots on goal as Michigan won the game 2-0.
3 hitters up front, and so it's going to be very important for Michigan State to really be aggressive at the net and block if they want to control these 3 hitters. I'm really excited to see if Michigan State can handle the speed that they're going to go at.
Oh, yeah. And that could be a big confidence booster for IU winning those long rallies, especially against an experienced and offensive-minded team in Purdue.
Garberling's had a really breakout season this year. She had 18 kills and 10 blocks against Minnesota in their upset win, and they're going to really need her to get going if they want to help slow down this Indiana attack, because Indiana's coming out hot right now.
Tonight, as the Pacers face the Nets in their season opener, we got our first taste of this new-look team in the post-Paul George era, and what we saw was encouraging. First 2 minutes of the first quarter, Victor Oladipo snags the steal and takes it all the way down for the dunk. The fieldhouse gets quite loud when the IU star throws it down. Let's jump to the fourth quarter. Domantas Sabonis follows suit with a flush, and the Pacers are up 7. Moments later, Lance Stephenson takes it all the way down the court, drives the lane, and gets it to go and grabs the foul. Born ready with 16 points on the night, and Indiana is up 115-108. Then, with 1 final minute left, Darren Collison sneaks past on the screen from Turner and lays it in. 3 players with double-doubles tonight and 8 in double figures. One injury note from the game: center Miles Turner suffered a concussion and will be out the next 2 games.
Taylor Lebo is one of the players we talked about. It's going to be very important when she's serving that IU gets some scoring runs so they can put a lot of pressure on Michigan State.
And this is where IU is really good. They're really dangerous when they're at the serving line. They were 17th in ace. They're 17th in aces, averaging 1.74 aces a set.
IU had some stuff they need to work on, but you know, I really liked what IU did in the first set. They really were spreading their attacks. They got their middles involved early, which I think caught Michigan State off guard. They started creating a lot of solo blocks with their outside hitters, and it really paid off for them. And one thing that when I talked to Taylor Lebo earlier this week, she said she loves playing Michigan State because they always have so much success against them. But she also played with a lot of these players in clubs, she said, so it just makes it that much sweeter if she can beat them.
In their first game against the 21st-ranked Kentucky Wildcats on Wednesday night, the team racked up their 7th shutout of the season. In the first half, 12 minutes into the game, Indiana's Trevor Swartz found Temi Mel off a free kick to help give the Hoosiers a 1-0 lead. Then, in the second half, Spencer Glass off a corner kick finds Rashad Hyacinth, who just sneaks it past the goalie for the second goal of the game, leading to a 2-0 victory. The Hoosiers were also in action Sunday afternoon against Ohio State, and our Zampiarli has more. The Indiana women's basketball team kicked off their season with an exhibition game against Gannon University, where they dominated the contest, winning 82-38. Do-it-all first-team All-Big Ten guard Tyra Buss had a game-high 23 points in the contest, as well as 9 rebounds and 7 steals. The team had 5 players in double figures and shot 50% from the field, but the story of the game was the points off turnovers. The Hoosiers scored 44 points off of Gannon mistakes. They'll play their first official game of the season Saturday when they take on the Arkansas State Red Wolves at 2 p.m.
And she started off really hot right now. They've really set her up multiple times. She's getting a lot of good kills. It's really going to help spread out the attack if they can keep sending her.
Yeah, and you saw that they built a wall right there with that size. And Kendall Bierman hit right into it. When you have a wall, when you have size like Purdue has, and you have a good firm block, I mean, there's not much you can do.
Really big for both teams, so can help them get the win. Two people to really watch out for is Holly Tolliver. She has a really good jump serve, and on the other side is Taylor Lebo. She has a really deadly serve. This is where they're going to get a lot of their scoring runs.
Penn State is just playing beautiful volleyball. I mean, passes right where the setter wants them. I mean, they can go anywhere, and IU just has no clue what to do right now.
Yeah, they did not have a very good year this year, mainly because of the lack of experience they had. I mean, luckily they do only lose 2 players from this year's team, so that's a plus. And they had a lot of young players step up, and you know, it showed that there is a brighter future for our IU. Now, whoever inherits this program also brings them back, and a good recruiting class, one of the best in Coach Dunbar's, if he can keep them.
Love to see take over the program and kind of turn it around.
One person that I would love to see IU go after is head coach Matt Botsford. He coaches for Florida Gulf Coast University. He's from Indiana, actually. You know, he was the lead recruiting assistant at Notre Dame. Brought in a big-time recruiting class at Notre Dame that ranked 13th and 15th nationally. Won 2 conference titles at Colorado State as an assistant, and he also is now, his past 3 seasons at Florida Gulf Coast, they've eclipsed the 20-win mark. So he knows how to develop players, he knows how to recruit, and he knows how to win. So if they want to compete in the best conference in college volleyball, they're going to have to go after someone like that.
And you can see now, Rutgers gaining momentum. IU just called a timeout. This is a good timeout, I think. Coach Dunbar really needs to settle her team down. They have some young players out there like Kendall Bierman.
Yeah, they really had a lot of injuries last year, and it really derailed their season. They didn't have a very good season. They made the tournament, lost second round to Washington, but having her back, you can see how much of a difference it made.
It's said that numbers don't lie, and in the case of Notre Dame head women's basketball coach Muffet McGraw, it simply spells out a remarkable career. Start with 853. That's the number of career wins McGraw has entering this season.
She's always working at something new. She's always coming up with a new plan. She holds our players accountable. She's tough, but then again, she's off the court. She's there for you and stuff. So I think she makes it an environment that you want to work and you want to get better.
She's really disciplined as a coach, and I think she recruits the players that are disciplined and want to win and really buy into her program.
McGraw's most memorable moment was in 2001 when she won her first national championship.
Winning the championship and coming back to campus at 3 in the morning and having about 3,000 people out in the main circle welcoming us back, I think that was just an amazing moment that I'll never forget.
One main reason for Coach McGraw's success is because of her relationship with her players. Whether it be a home or an away game, Coach McGraw can always look to the stands to see her former players there to support her.
I love when the former players come back. Kayla Turner was here for practice yesterday, and it's just fun for them to talk to the team about their experience here. And I think it's great for them to see the relationship that I have with the alums, so they know they're going to be welcome when they come back.
Just to have a good relationship with your coaches. There's a lot of places where you can go where coaches might not care about you off the court. All they care about is the basketball aspect, but Coach McGraw cares about us as players and as women.
Her unselfishness and willing to credit every staff and player she has worked with has now landed her a spot in the Naismith Hall of Fame.
Ladies and gentlemen, Muffet McGraw.
You know, I think any award that you win is always a team award. I think so many people got me to where I am right now. All the wins, I didn't do any of it by myself. In fact, I probably did the least amount of work of everybody else, with a great staff and great players and so many people contributing. The support I get from home with Matt and Murph, you know, so many people went into helping me get there, and it's a moment I want to celebrate with all of them.
With the IU Media School, I'm Brandon Riley. No easy wins. The Indiana women's basketball team learned that the hard way Tuesday night when they faced off against the Southern Jaguars, and there was only one way to describe the game.
You know, aggressive, you know, every possession matters.
The Hoosiers struggled offensively throughout the game, missing free throws and turning the ball over 23 times.
We just kind of were forcing passes that weren't there, and we just kind of were, you know, not faking the pass and making a pass. And so I think that just goes right back to the fundamentals, and that's just, you know, valuing the ball and taking care of the ball, and that's something that coach has really stressed from day one.
Tyra Buss led all scorers in the game, but there was one player who made an even bigger impact come second half. The Hoosiers got a major contribution from forward Kim Royster, notching her second career double-double with 15 rebounds and 14 points. For Royster, her main focus was keeping the ball in her team's hands as much as possible.
That was just my mentality to go in there and rebound. It was just a very physical game on the offensive end, so I just tried to do what I had to do to help us get extra possessions.
I thought Kim got out of the gate slow, which I wasn't very happy about. And I thought that she responded in a big way. And then she just kept chipping away. I thought second half she was really good.
The team will look to stay undefeated when they host Western Kentucky on Friday, November 17th. With the IU Media School, I'm Brandon Riley. In a must-win game, Notre Dame took on ACC opponent North Carolina, looking to keep their NCAA tournament hopes alive. Notre Dame controlled the game from start to finish. Offensively, the Irish hit a 2.87 for the match, while defensively holding the Tar Heels to a 0.51.
This was the first match that really reflected our practice, and we were more consistent, and that's about a focus and a discipline, and then you also have to have composure, and I think we showed more composure tonight. Had good energy, but a lot of composure.
The star of the game was starting junior libero Ryan DeGerald, who broke the Notre Dame program record for digs in a single season.
She's getting better every day. I mean, the expectations are through the ceiling because she could do it, but she's getting better, and she adds a lot to this team. I mean, everything to this team.
My job is to play defense, to get the pass, to get the rhythm going, hit my serve, and I think our whole team, played a really good defensive match tonight. So.
Not only did the Irish pick up their 20th win of the season, but it adds to their already impressive resume and gets them one step closer to their season-ending goal of making the NCAA tournament.
We're on the bubble for the tournament, so we got to win. The girls understand that. We've talked about it, and they're delivering.
The Irish have 3 games left this season, with their senior night on Sunday against the NC State Wolfpack. With the IU Media School, I'm Brandon Riley.